All parties in the matter of Curtis versus Douglas. Step forward.
McCara Curtis is suing her ex-boyfriend, Matthew Douglas, for damaging her Dodge Charger when he drove it drunk. Matthew says he only got behind the wheel because McCara asked him to go to the store.
Miss Curtis, the defendant was your boyfriend about a year ago. I don't know when he stopped being your boyfriend, but about a year ago you said that after a night of drinking and partying, you came home and you threw him out. He took your car without your permission, crashed it. You want him to pay for the damage to your car. Mr. Douglas says he was, in fact, a little inebriated that night. He took your car because you asked him to go on an errand. Is that right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And he crashed into a solid object, either a wall or a pole. He said it was really your fault. You shouldn't have asked him to go out and get anything because you knew he had been drinking. That's your defense.
Yes, ma'am.
That's ridiculous. I mean, I look at her complaint, and her complaint is equally as ridiculous because she says that you had gone together. She told you to leave because you had argued. I don't know how you expected him to get home when you threw him out. How did you expect him to get home?
He can either find a ride or walk.
He can find a ride. And what time was it that you got home?
It was about 2 o'clock in the morning.
So you wanted him to find a ride from whom?
From anyone.
Is there something wrong with you?
No.
Listen, I don't believe her. But if I believe your story, sir, that doesn't excuse you getting into a car, knowing that you've been drinking, and driving it. Because somebody tells you to go and do something that's against the law, like getting behind the wheel of a car when you've been drinking, doesn't mean that if you do it, it's their fault. That means it's your fault. Got it? Perfect.
Understood.
Now, my question is, where have you been for the last year? This happened, according to your complaint, October of 2010.
Correct. I kept trying to collect the money from Matthew via text. He kept saying I'll get paid within the end of the month.
Well, show me. Show me all of that stuff that you've been texting to him since October of 2010. Nice.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
How did this happen, Mr. Douglas?
Pulling out of the back of her parking structure. It's a little wall. Try to back out, clip the back in.
Okay. What was the damage to the car?
I had two different damages. One is for the rear suspension. Total damages were $665. Then I have an estimate for the body repair work for $850.
Okay. How much did he pay you?
$150 in 3 payments.
Okay. She said you made payments to her in the amount of $150.
I probably gave her a little bit of money, but it was for no car payment. It was probably for like meals or groceries or something. I did give her a little bit of money, though.
Was it for the car or something else?
I just gave her money. Honestly, it wasn't for no car. I didn't feel like I owed her any money for no car.
So let me understand this, sir. She has estimates to fix the car for $1,400. She says that you only owe her now $1,250 because you already gave her $150. So is what you're saying to me that you never gave her $150 for the car?
Like I said, it was just sporadic times. I just give her money.
No, Mr. Douglas, I just want to understand what you're saying to me. Start with the premise that I am going to find that you owe her for the car. Do you owe her $1,250 or $1,400?
$1,250.
That's what I wanted to know. It's easy. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,250. That's all. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
Went to a party. She gave me the keys afterwards to go to the store for her.
No, I was asleep, so he might have been getting party favors for himself.
Went to the store, came back. She said, "You all right?" I said, "Yeah, car's okay."
I heard it by the shaking apartment building.
A little bit messed up, but
He ran upstairs and said, "Don't be mad."
she wasn't screaming. She was all right.
We went down and looked at the car, and it was smashed.
I actually went back to sleep. Talked about it in the morning.
I didn't talk to him any longer.
Never really trusted me from the beginning.
He felt like we weren't communicating. He didn't owe me any money.
And we see each other in public and we just keep it passing.
Keep my car to myself.
Don't get behind the wheel and drink.
Simple as that.